Hello friends, this is the second in my series on this vintage Steinway Model K upright piano that I acquired about a month ago. This is from 1917, and in the first part of the series I looked at the problems that it has. It's basically in very good condition overall, but has a few keys that have problems that need to be fixed. I did a survey in the first video, so look for that. In this video, this isn't really about fixing it so much as cleaning it. We've got ivory keys here that are pretty dirty, and I'm going to be looking at some methods of cleaning the keys. Done some research on the internet and found different ways to clean ivory. There isn't really a consensus on the best way to do that. With these piano keys, there's kind of basic dirt. There's yellowing as a feature of their age. These are literally over 100 years old. And there's also a little bit of texture that's kind of built into the ivory from the growth patterns of the poor elephant who gave its life for a piano. But after 100 years we can stop grieving about that. So here we've got some keys that are in their original untouched condition that have noticeable dirt on them, and we're going to be looking at those and some others to see these methods of cleaning them. So here I'm using a white eraser that was recommended in one source for cleaning ivory. I'm not worried about the eraser crumbs falling down into the mechanism because I'm going to lift all the keys out later. One of the nice things about this approach is it seems like it's pretty harmless. It's hard to imagine you could actually hurt the keys in any way with just a little eraser. So that one already is a lot brighter just by using an eraser and scrubbing it down a little bit. So in the next key we're going to try a little toothpaste, which was another thing that was recommended. Since ivory is more or less a tooth type material, that makes sense, and it's also hard to imagine that could do it a lot of harm. I'm using Pepsodent here just as an inexpensive toothpaste. The one recommendation I had said to use a white colored toothpaste and not to use any sort of bleaching type. I didn't actually wet down the toothpaste, I just used it direct from the tube, trying to make sure water doesn't get into the side of the wood of the keys. That actually looks a little better than the eraser method. I can feel a little residue on that, so I'll clean that off with paper towel and some water. This is just a damp paper towel. Now, as long as we've got water involved on our paper towel, let's just try plain water on this third one. That actually works pretty well too. Let's see, feels smooth. The other one might need a little more scrubbing. I can still feel residue here. One thing about these keys, actually I'm not feeling residue. It's hard to see from this angle, but they have a little bit of a grain pattern in them that you can feel. That feels sort of sticky, but it's not really. It's just a little roughness on the top of the piano key. So here's our results so far. We've got eraser, toothpaste, and just plain water. Offhand, I'd say all three of those worked well. Now, another recommendation I saw was a 50-50 mixture of ethyl alcohol and water. And I happen to know that that's pretty much the formula for vodka. So it turns out ethyl alcohol, also known as ethanol, is widely available at the liquor store of your choice. And vodka, this is 80 proof vodka that I had obtained and poured in a little glass. That makes it a 40% mixture of ethanol and water, pretty close to recommendation. So we'll try that. This is literally vodka on a paper towel. Trying not to spill any of that around. So that also has a very good result. Of all of these, I think so far the vodka might be the best, or maybe I'm imagining it, but the probably the eraser method is the worst just by itself. I think you could almost augment the two. We'll try that, of eraser and then some other solvent. So for our next item, I have some homemade record cleaner solution. This is a common formula. It's basically a mixture of isopropyl alcohol as opposed to ethyl alcohol and water with just a little tiny bit of rinse aid put in it. So we'll do this one. So that also has had a good result. Now, on this one, it may not be apparent in the video, but it's just slightly darker than the others. That may be the natural color of the key. And I'm going to go back and run the vodka over that to see how that goes. So this is vodka after the eraser scrub. I'm going to go ahead and dry that off. That might be a little bit improved. It's kind of hard to tell. I think a lot of the coloring that we're seeing here may just be the ivory on that particular key. So while I'm right next to this key that's been untreated, I'm going to go for vodka on that directly. That actually worked real well. So I think my conclusion here is to maybe go ahead and use the eraser technique as a first stage. Maybe use the vodka as a second stage. I can't say that the eraser is kind of messy because of the eraser crumbs. I think the physical abrasion that it gets, as well as the you know, kind of lifting the dirt off, I think is worth something. Forgotten which one I was working on. The vodka is actually pretty easy to do, quick. So the eraser technique may be a little more trouble than it's worth. That may even leave a little bit of rubber residue on the key. I'm not sure, but... So I think our conclusion here is that you'd probably do just fine using vodka alone. Any of these techniques, honestly, are working about equivalently. It's hard to tell a difference. Let's do one more with toothpaste to see how that goes. We'll move it down a little bit. So here's one that's pretty dirty. I'm going to use only toothpaste on that to start with as a first stage. So that picked up a lot of dirt on the towel, meaning that it was effective. One of the things about the toothpaste, it includes a little bit of soap, as in it's really shampoo, the chemical inside shampoo, so it gives you a little bit of grease dissolving capability. Might be that the ethanol or the isopropyl alcohol do that also. So let's do these two side by side that are about equally dirty. We'll do this one with toothpaste only and this one with vodka only. Here's toothpaste. That actually had a very good result. Now, let's try vodka next to it. That was a little easier to do. About equivalent results. Maybe slightly better, hard to tell. I'm going to go over the toothpaste key with the vodka just to clean off the toothpaste residue, if any. As you can see, we got off quite a lot of dirt on this with just vodka. So I think my conclusion here is that if you want to do a little more thorough job, you could do this in almost 3 stages of the eraser, the toothpaste, and vodka. If you want to just do a real minor cleanup, probably the vodka would be just fine. Water may also work for something simple. I've avoided using any kind of household cleaner products like you know, Windex or whatever. I've also got a vinegar solution that I got at the dollar store that's kind of a window cleaner. But really I'm pretty happy with all of these methods, and I think to make it simple, just get yourself a bottle of vodka, use what you need to on the piano, and drink the rest. So as a final step, I went over each key with my vodka, and here's the result. The colors vary a little bit due to the natural coloring of the ivory, but they're all clean, and I can really feel the difference. You can feel the texture of the grain pattern in the ivory, and it's a lot more pleasant to play without the kind of the stickiness of the dirt. So pretty happy with that, and I think we have a winner here. So that ends our video. Thanks for watching, and bye bye.